SmackDown. So we can finally reach Saturday, and we got our final pop up in 4 weeks. AEW All Out. Pretty sure happening on Sunday.
Yep.
I won't be watching it because I'll be 12 hours into football.
Yeah. I won't be watching because I'll be at work.
A pretty loaded card. We got what, 6 matches? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 matches.
8 matches.
And then some. So let's go down the card as we have it. And the first match on this card, International Championship match. Will Ospreay, champion, versus Pac.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And like, unless I mean, maybe Ricochet comes in and like causes Pac to lose. Because Pac jumped Ricochet last week, right? Or the other week?
No, they just had a match. He didn't jump him though. Maybe I'm forgetting that.
Oh, maybe he jumped Ospreay. Pac jumped Ospreay and said that to Ricochet that this was his guy.
Yeah.
Remember last week on Dynamite? So Will got the title back.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he's what now? 2-time international champion, or is this only 1 time?
2 times. Yeah, because MJF
he won it
took
when
it
he
off
first came, and then he ain't dropping the belt 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him the win here, as you will. AEW. Oh, did you have any more thoughts?
No. I was about to just say the same thing. The next match.
Okay. AEW World Tag Team Championship match: the Young Bucks versus Blackpool Combat Club. What say you? We literally just talked about wanting to see Blackpool Combat Club have all of the tag belts. Does that happen?
Yeah. That's interesting. That's an interesting.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go with figure out like where I gotta make my move. As far as like trying to get a dub. You're gonna go Young Bucks?
Yeah. No reason. I mean, I think that this is Blackpool Combat Club is the only other team that's like super I don't want to just say super established, but I mean like if there was like a heavyweight division of like, the S tier is what I'm trying to say. Like they're the other S tier tag team that's like on AEW. I think they're the only ones that can like, flip that coin with them and actually win or be better on a straight up night. Or FTR too, actually. I take that back. So it's those 3. So yeah, I don't know. It could be time for the Bucks to drop them. I mean, I ain't mad at it. So, and it would be AEW first, like you said. So,
I'm looking through this card and I'm trying to figure out where I could possibly have a chance. It's probably gonna end up costing me the match, but BCC. I can't talk about wanting to see them hold the tag team and the trios championships and then not get it. So
yeah,
I'm sure the Bucks are probably going to win, but I'm gonna go BCC, and maybe it leans into something with Moxley and things of that nature. But I think they got to roll. I feel like there might be some momentum coming with Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, and Pac.
Mm-hmm.
And you add the tag team championships on them. You add the trio tag team titles on them. It just makes them one of the most legitimate badass groups.
For sure. And Pac, yeah, he won't be tag team title, but he will be at least there at ringside. Yeah, he will be there at ringside to like give some backup because obviously the elite are heels. So
yeah. So I'll go BCC.
Yep.
AEW Continental Championship 4-way match.
I mean, it's to be determined. So I'm going Okada.
Do you have an idea who the TBD might be?
I actually do not. I did get this card from CBS.
You gotta go
So
Wikipedia, man,
yeah, okay,
or maybe it's just the AEW website as well. But people on
okay,
Wikipedia be mad quick, bro. It is wild. Like, you know, when, like, somebody passes away and you be like, you literally just got it, like, 2 minutes ago, and you be like,
yeah.
"Oh, like, let me look it up." It's Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Konosuke Takeshita.
Kanosuke Takeshita. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fucking yeah. Damn, that's a great match right there. Okada, Orange Cassidy, Mark Briscoe, Takeshita. Oh, see, all right. I'm still going Okada, but I'll just give you context. Just that I know, like Konosuke Takeshita, like over in New Japan, but
Mhm.
he was the young Okada, as they said. So like, they're both built the same. They're both amazing in the ring. I think there's a further story with them down the line for sure. Okada versus Takeshita. But in order for that to happen, I'm like, do you need to put the belt on him? Because you need him to stand out somehow, obviously. But yeah,
Okada got
Okada right
beef,
now.
not Okada, Cassidy got beef with Jericho. Briscoe seems like a guy we just like. I like Mark Briscoe. I like his energy. I think he's another guy that brings in a different type of personality type than
Hmm.
the rest of AEW. So that's why I like Mark Briscoe. He also just seems like a guy that people like and just like it's good. Let's just have him on the card
Yeah,
type of stuff. So I do think it probably, from my light context, I do think it's pretty much a one-on-one match between Okada and Konosuke. I'm gonna go Okada. There's
yeah.
that's the main. It's the guy, man. Why you spent all that money to have this guy not have a belt?
Hmm.
And he's part of the elite. All this stuff, like it just something's gonna happen that he's gonna retain it. So
Yeah.
Okada.
Um, yeah. And just on your Mark Briscoe point, as you were describing his energy, it put our truth in my head. He's like an R Truth kind of, except he's actually holding a legit championship.
Yeah.
He's not comedy, like super comedy like that, but his character is definitely. Anytime he's getting interviewed, it's always funny. Uh, Chicago Street Fight for the CMLL World Championship. Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. I'm gonna go Chris.
So this was my other possible chance of like where I could possibly get a W out of this. How long has she held this title, Willow?
I don't know, but my thought process is that it's not one of the dominant, or it's not one of the foremost championships in AEW.
Yeah.
It has been brought on TV before, like the championship is recognized, but
Yeah.
basically only in passing. So it's like Chris Statlander, I'm sure she'll show up with that belt and stuff on television, but it's fine. She can just drop that. I mean, that's my thought process. So, because this rivalry has been happening for a bit. So, and not to mention that it's a street fight. A street fight obviously favors heels. So,
Yeah. But do you think it's like it's hard for me to go against my birthday sis
yeah, this is where you win it. This is where you win it right here because she retains.
because part of me is like Willow's so nice. Is she even like? Could she even handle a street fight?
Yeah, because the other thought to this would be this is the rubber, or not the rubber match, but this is the third one. So it's like, all right, y'all can go, once again, you can go your different ways. This should be the exclamation point, to end this rivalry for now, or this chapter of the story.
Yeah.
So,
I just feel
Will winning,
like again, this is my ignorance. I just feel like Willow is just too nice of a person. And I'm like, maybe this is the chance where we can finally get the viciousness, the vicious
mhm,
side out of Willow. And it's just not just like, this happy go lucky. I'm not saying she's Bailey, like the
mhm,
hugger, but like I feel like you're too nice.
right,
You too nice. I need to see some grit. And so maybe this is what this match is for. It gets her that grit. So
mhm,
I go Willow.
for sure.
Birthday sis.
MJF versus Daniel Garcia. Oh, good, Daniel.
I was gonna go Daniel too, because I'm like, for you to come back and then just immediately lose, like, what was the point?
To get it, dedicate your life to fucking up MJF because that could
Okay,
be his story after
you
that.
cost him the title. Then, like, did you need the match afterwards?
Well, yeah, because I still want to beat the shit out of him. He broke my neck, or he was trying to break my neck. I still gotta beat the shit out of him.
I'm just
So
trying
if
to
he
figure out, like,
loses this match,
I'm saying, like, if he loses, like, what is it? What was
yeah,
the point?
yeah. If he loses, then I agree with you. If he loses, the only way that it makes sense is like, all right, so you're gonna dedicate your life to destroying MJF. If we're continuing it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't make sense for him to like come back after 2 months of being put on the shelf by MJF, fuck up his championship. I mean, except for the very real mechanical reason of why you bring that back is just so he's not champion right now, obviously. Um, yeah, that wouldn't make sense for him to show up, cost him the title, and then lose immediately afterwards. And you're bringing up this like stuff from 3 months ago. So that's why I got Daniel Garcia.
I'm going Daniel Garcia as well. Dude got a bottle smashed over his head on Wednesday. He's got to get his lick back.
No, definitely. Yeah, he was bleeding hard way, as they said.
TBS Championship. Mercedes Monet. Hikaru Shida. I'm gonna go Mercedes.
Dang, yeah, I'm looking at a lot of retentions on this.
You had a new champion.
Yeah, but it's an off one, you know. But it's fine. Yeah, Mercedes. I will
Who
say,
would you
as
believe
hot as
is her? It's what's her partner's name?
Camille.
Camille. Is she the only true threat? Maybe Britt Baker to knock off Mercedes.
Oh, you mean for the title?
Yeah, like who's a threat?
Oh,
Because I feel like every time we get Mercedes in these matches, it's gonna be like Mercedes, Mercedes, Mercedes. And it's
yeah.
like, when are we actually gonna feel like this person is a legit threat to knock off Mercedes?
Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna need a star for sure, or at least somebody who's hot in storyline. I mean, Britt
I
is
can see
obviously
Nyla,
legit. Nyla, sure. Um,
Camille,
Camille, yeah, she's adjacent to her. I'm trying to think of like,
Marina
oh, I wish I could
Shafiro.
remember her name. She was a young girl from House of Black, Julia Hart. I haven't seen her in a while, but like Julia Hart would be a nice one.
Marina
Uh,
Shafiro.
Yep, immediately, just because her aura went up. We didn't even give a damn about her, you know. Haven't seen her on
Mhm.
TV in forever, but just stand her next to Moxley, and it's like, oh yeah, she's badass. She can fight.
Yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right,
that's legit.
there's a little bit in there. Well, I guess we're just
Yeah,
not there yet. We're still building up the rain.
yeah, yeah. Uh, AEW World Championship match: Bryan Danielson versus Jack Perry. Jungle Boy is not beating Bryan Danielson.
I thought you were gonna say Jungle Boy was gonna win.
No, no
I
way.
mean, it would be interesting to see if, because you were saying like we don't know what Moxley's intentions with Jack Perry are. Not Jack
Darby.
Perry. That's Darby Allin. Never mind.
Yeah.
Scratch what I was about to say. This is has nothing to do with what I was about to say. Then, yeah,
Okay.
Ryan Danielson, all the way.
For sure. Last match, we could swerve here. Pun intended. Unsanctioned lights out steel cage match. That's a mouthful. I love it. I'm going Hangman.
I'm going Swerve. There's no way you're gonna let this man burn your house down and you're gonna lose.
This is where, I mean, obviously you were saying this like, get over it, Hangman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're already there, it's like, bro, you gotta fucking back it up. Like I said, that's probably, and not probably, that is his best promo on Swerve since this rivalry has started. So for whatever that's worth, you know, I really enjoyed it, you know, that whole vignette and everything. So I'm like, all right, back it up, Hangman. Like he's been beating your ass. So that, like, you're motivated. He cut a promo over your child, your sleeping baby. I mean, if you don't win, I mean, we're questioning your manhood, honestly.
And I'm gonna say if Swerve doesn't win, he needs to come out on Dynamite the next week, or maybe even do it during the post conference with Tony Khan sitting right next to him. And I need this man to pull a Kanye 2004 with Mike Myers and be like, Tony Khan don't like black people.
Yeah. That would be awesome. Like, what if Swerve goes into like,
there's no reason he should lose. He burned his house down.
Yeah.
There's no reason this man should lose. If he loses, Tony Khan don't like black people. He don't know how to write for black people. That's all wrong. Tony Khan's a racist.
he talks about how like him and Danielson is one of his favorite matches all time, and they're both from the same area, Washington. So it's like, what if he goes the black version of hyper liberal heel? Since he's from Washington, Bryan Danielson did it when he was the Eco World Champion. Yeah. So what if it's exactly like you said, but he's trying to get policy like passed and stuff like that. He's just like, well, he doesn't like black people. We got to get some more representation. And like maybe he joins the elite. Maybe he tries to join the elite to increase black representation, like in the office or something like that.
Something. But if he loses his match after getting his house burned down, I'm blaming Tony Khan. He don't know how to write black people. That's my kayfabe answer. That's my kayfabe answer.
Yeah,
Tony Khan don't like black people.
The burning the house down. That was such a good vignette. That's the only thing that makes me believe that Swerve will win. Is that it's like, damn, because in kayfabe we gotta believe this. So it's like, this burned your house down. Like, that's tough. But I'm like, I think I'm at where you're at. That's the whole point. I'm picking Hangman. It's like, if Hangman doesn't win here, then it's like, all right, bro, like, move on. Like, I know you said you're already there, so I think I'm a week behind you on like the tiredness or pay-per-view cycle tiredness of them.
I mean, this has definitely got me hyped up for the match. Again, it's more of like when we came out of it, it's like, what is there next if we're gonna keep coming back to it? But again, if you're gonna elevate it up to like this, I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. Like that's a way to elevate it and not just keep running back the same thing.
I just think it's good timing, but it's also bad timing because Swerve just had a great championship reign. And for him to like lose to like 2 pay-per-views back to back. Granted, I think he can take that hit. I don't think that's a big deal at all because in my view, he's an established main eventer for AEW. Like he can challenge for the AEW title at any point in time as far as I'm concerned. Like going forward. I just think Hangman probably needs it more. It's been a while since he's been champion and the smell is like rub off of him a bit, maybe. So that's kind of the logic, I guess, but I'll be happy either way. I'm sure it'll be a great match. Unsanctioned, lights out steel cage. Jesus Christ. All right. All that is supposed to mean unpredictable. Like, that's all that is supposed to mean.
I'm curious to see how the lighting is and how much are you able to see in the match. If it's a lights out match. But that is our predictions for AEW All Out this weekend. We have, 3 different opinions on matches. I have the BCC over the Bucks. You have the Bucks. I have Willow Nightingale beating Chris Statlander. You have the opposite. And then Swerve and Hangman.
Yeah, you got it this time. There you go.
I hope so. I need one. I can't start the season 0-5, bro.
Man, I'm sitting here thinking like, because I
at least gotta get a tie.
It's gotta be like 60. It's gotta be like not 60. That's a lot. It's gotta be like 30 pay-per-views in a year. We're probably in that range between WWE and AEW.
12. WWE has about 12, and then AEW has about 10?
8 or 10. Okay, I don't know. It feels like a lot though. It's just this is the succession of them, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. The succession of it.